Testing. Okay. If there's an eagle I could do, I might as well do it just so I can get this thing already out of my way. People say. I switch for this one as well. Being there right now, I might as I don't know like how long it takes for one to reset.
We have put in
Like so it's going to rate 20 hours. Yeah, like Realm Bounty Hero.
this realm with the sunlight up.
I'm doing just simply character downloads. All materials for this, so I'm gonna might as well. I kinda wanna do it just because I can get materials for it. Literally, because I can get materials, I'm doing it anyway. I need to upgrade that, like, skill. This be really good to upgrade it. This one's hard, I don't care about that. And this one here. I bet it's the same thing. I can't remember this one's so annoyingly different. Oh, it's actually the same outfit anyway.
Let me leave you a hurt. Hunt them down. Get moving. Ready. Enough. Time to testify. Into the shadows. Enough.
Oh, I got one. Oh, I thought I was fine. That's good.
Mining, echoing song.
I'm 2 out of 5 with the one
May I
ready.
Okay, 4. I do have like grass I can just use off the on this one, so that's nice.
Goodbye. This is sheer anarchy. Hunt them down.
Let the world collide!
No, my sword! Into the shadows. Rain cutter. Time to testify. Ready. Rain outlines your fate.
Shower me with...
Move it. Shoot on sight.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Ready.
Time for retribution!
Witness the power of Gua. I am defeated. Loaded. The victor is declared.
Oh, brilliant!
Rain outlines your fate. Body enough. Time to act. Body enough. Time to act.
There can be no excuse.
Stop that!
No, my sword! Ring cutter!
Strike a pose!
Body and mind. I have taught you everything I know. Enough! Ready.
Let the world collide!
This will be interesting.
Time to testify.
Freeze!
Loaded. Rain outlines your fate.
Strike a pose! But mine is another song!
Into the shadows. Bullets. Shoot on sight.
Dodge this!
No, my sword! Let me leave you alone. Ready.
Freeze!
Shower me with praise!
This world will be frozen in time.
Rain outlines your fate. Moving.
Time to shine!
Hunt them down. overlooked. Shoot on sight.
I don't know what to do now. Okay. I don't know which one I'll pick to do, like, open up on this, but I'm not gonna hang out right now. I'm gonna do a. I'll do Eula. Use monster? I have no idea Eula is a monster person. I also don't know if we've actually met her before, like in the game, before doing our sword blast. I mean, like, lore-wise. She's gonna be in the room.
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy.
She's gonna be in the room. Yeah, I'm not talking at all.
Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
The Knights are busy as ever? That sounds like typical Master Jean to me.
I have been meaning to have a word with you if the occasion presented itself, but as you know, Mondstadt's safety must always be my first priority. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close dealings with the Fatui.
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again, as slavery spread throughout the land. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius, leading Mondstadt to become the city that you see today. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more dubious deeds.
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter.
Probably if I'm using my brain, like my main character doesn't, probably because it'll be too suspicious if the Knights start investigating that. But why not? Sounds like a job for the Knights of Favonius to me.
Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as I can remember. We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences, but it seems the descendants of the aristocracy remain antagonistic towards the Knights. No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is always the same. Our efforts only result in adding more fuel to the flames. We could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant, but if the investigation were to come up empty, I'm afraid tensions and distrust would only increase. All of our past efforts would have been wasted.
But as the honorary knight, I technically also belong to the Knights.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their possible connections with the Fatui.
Whoa, leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a thorough plan.
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the diplomatic issues I've dealt with. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we approach him calmly, then things should go off without a hitch.
Okay. Leave it to me. I hope things will go smoothly.
Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
Okay. The spring push on never returned to sea. Is the you part of this clan then? Or what? I'll never read these books, but I'm just gonna get them anyway. Might as well. What books? There's no books here. I think I was taking those from the rails. Anyway. Okay.
Huh? Who are you?
Hello, we're here too.
Hello?
Yeah, what's wrong?
What's wrong? Did you just say what's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner? Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
Can I punch this guy?
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
Let's go be a tyrant.
In former times, when people knew their
Who's
place and
literally
respected
looking down on the
traditions,
commons,
such conduct was
or
only
whatever.
basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping.
Yeah, come on.
But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. Ah, I cannot bear to see such degradation.
Sounds like too much hassle to me. It's no wonder that's just the thingy fell.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll
Yes.
have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to
I
attend
hate this
to.
school in anime in
I'll
general.
take my leave.
Like, if you read like any anime or manga or manhwa you read, that's so annoying.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
It's the story going in. It's like, Oh, Amber.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here.
I did like how he still dressed as an honorary knight.
Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble. Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
It's a long story. It wasn't our fault, it was Pam's fault.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
Thank you, that's Amber for you.
Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem? Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon. Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners.
So you guys sounds like you're no stranger to his rants.
I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things. You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache? As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula. Buddy? That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company.
Jean told us that the Lawrence clan sees the Knights as enemy. How could a member of the Lawrence clan join the Knights?
Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her. That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula? Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family.
She sounds like quite the character. I guess that's understandable from their point of view. Don't understand the point of view at all.
She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Storm Bear Mountains. Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula. Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate. Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
The Chewy.
The Fatui? What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent off patrol here? Let's fight for top lead!
Fury, no, my sword! Body and mind.
Let's end this quickly!
Hunt them down. Ship ready.
I would end
You're just gonna interrupt.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
I'm sorry, vengeance?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Actually, I'm quite used to fighting the Fatui. I know my way around a fight.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort two strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
So you must be Eula.
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him?
He may be secretly involved with the Fatui.
I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
Aren't you curious about your uncle? Aren't you worried about your uncle?
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
Didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you.
Your definition of curious is curious. Why do you seem so happy about it?
I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle,
like beg
correct?
for it, I swear.
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people.
But aren't you playing vengeance against us? You're not planning to take revenge at an opportune moment, are you?
We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
I would keep saying acting Grandmaster, but like, the actual Grandmaster is not...
Revenge that! But she doesn't seem the least bit angry. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
The thing is like right in front of her. Yeah, I've met a big weirdo in this game before. Starts with a P. Oh, still get Paimon. Please tell me that like do like some like bang thing and then actually like suck onto the like thingies. I would actually stop the story quest.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
About all that vengeance stuff, you won't really take revenge, will you?
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance.
Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes.
She's definitely counting. She wasn't kidding.
But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand.
I think I'm starting to see what you mean.
Good. Now, there are two key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique conversation. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the
This
morning
is
dew
so
does what now?
weird.
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water.
Seems like an awful like just to greet a good friend.
Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them.
This is getting complicated. You mean you always have to talk this way?
This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait. This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better
You said
if
with
you
the
gave
investigate,
some
doesn't
real
have to be nice. You do realize that, right?
Ah. Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Oh, this is painful. Who are we talking? Norman.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... what comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
What?
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me?
Can I say, like realistically, they don't have any power. They just still high and mighty because of that old rule, the previous rule as well. But they don't have any power to make anyone do anything they want. Because knights have the power to arrest people, but aristocrats don't. So,
Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it.
As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when
This is
speaking with those
painful.
under
I
which you so
hate this
graciously
kind of
toil.
text and
How dare you speak in
anything.
such a manner?
Yeah,
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it.
I think you missed those. You just give it an answer demonstration, that's all.
Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
I mean, you're literally going towards someone and telling them to kneel on the ground.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
That's good, boss. What do you mean? You're literally going towards them, telling them to kneel, calling them bloody commoners. They're literally, you as the one literally be rude to everyone. What do you mean? That's good, boss. Maybe we should just stop for now.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. Let's try to find someone else to talk to. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
I swear, you better not make. There's no way we're gonna have to kneel for long. I swear, I would actually. He seems like a bit more well off.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius.
Maybe we should just call it a day now. Maybe everyone should just take a step back.
I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time.
And somehow you still manage to brush it off with a laugh. Listen, you can't say you see this attitude all the time. Maybe because your name has gone and people will still be rude to you. But either way, you can't go around telling people to kneel towards you, to be respectful towards you, to admire you, to basically worship you, and act like they're not gonna be rude to you back.
Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
So you knew all along that we'd encounter these kinds of problems.
Yeah, why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now. Right? Right?
Yeah, I think I've got it. I'm still not too sure I can do this.
We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Why is that music buster?
I'm gonna sing it one more time.
Wait, I want to try. You can't physically put them all down at the same time. I'm gonna try anyway. I'm feeling you can, probably. Yeah, that's us. What's that? I'm calling you guys check in. Hey, excuse me, I've literally just seen you. Still.
Ad Astra.
Okay, I'm going to 3 hours though. So it's basically like, it's a long way, guy. That's for one thing. At the dragon spy. Oh, it's not something that's cool.
This is a new sight for me. A rather bleak one, I must say.
It's so cold.
Yeah, I
Does
could watch that
aristocrat
online.
training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant
Sorry,
even amidst
dignified.
harsh
It's
conditions.
literally.
For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake.
I don't know what this game's trying to say. There's no other trying any anime or manga or manhwa I've ever read. It was this dignified unless they're the main character. Or like related to the main character. Yeah, I'm used to this kind of challenge. Should be way easier than milking a conversation at least.
Paimon thinks so too. But you've got this in the bag.
You look pretty confident this time. All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air. That would be most unsightly.
I really don't like this quest. It's not about taking any damage. Oh, any damage. How much?
Yeah!
Oh, well. I'm stuck in here. Look, I have to attack, taking damage, and like I don't think it mattered.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Whew. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Aristocrats.
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun.
I don't want to
This
be
scenario was relatively
aristocrat.
simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle.
Is that how you normally train? I want to use skills. She's not like that skilled.
My family set only the highest expectations for me, even as a child. Let's proceed, shall we?
I'll do it.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
I got a bit
Body in
apparently.
mind.
Excellent.
YOLO, I'll just think you out for now.
What's our objective?
Ready. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Shoot.
Shower me with praise.
Freeze!
That was easy.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragon Spine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Maybe the weather is just too cold here. Maybe that's just Paimon style.
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you
Milk tastes
planning on the whole
disgusting.
vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
Make it look up to Paimon, you're strange.
Vengeance should know no bounds, you know. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
We do always support this one guy, and then he's gonna treat us like crap. Literally, we're gonna do this, and he's going to treat us like crap. I'm calling it. He's going to treat us like crap. I hate this feeling.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber! Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Paimon's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat seemed to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression.
So even Am does escape your vengeance.
Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. It's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. Alright, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
And the free salad too. I was always pause again.
Oh, I am stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time. Alright, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness. Well, until next time.
But then all the rest of
Let's
the
meet
team's
again.
scared.
What an interesting bunch you are.
You would feel like this game with literally nothing other than what, just bring dogs that just go. Let's do whatever we can.
Here, the Gebratinus Fleischmitz
Literally
sauerkraut
do whatever
is
we're
ready
told.
to go. Be sure to eat it while it's hot. Otherwise, the flavor will be spoiled. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
Oh.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family, therefore they don't actually see Eula for herself.
I mean, there's also the fact that she acts like her family, which, you know.
So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
I think I understand now, so that's what she meant when she said it was hard for a bad person to try to be good try to be good.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa, so both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. And in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly.
It's good that you're able to understand her. If only there were more people like you.
I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it. Take care. Please come again.
Alright. I do want to play check sign. It's just the sheep. Go on.
We have put in much.
I need 20. I don't know like how like the thing is. I need 100 more, by the way.
If you ever
Yes, I did just do that all that. I feel sorry for you, but at the same time, I hate this whole clan thing. Just in. Okay.
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair. Could this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. A few humble words, huh? Yes, that sounds appropriate enough. Very well.
I really
I'm
hate
certainly
this.
not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Before I go further, I wish to express a full will of us. It is an honor to stand before you here, Master Yosip. I really hate this.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. The glory of the nobility that continues to this day. A true loyalist.
I really
Impressive.
don't like
My
this
intentions
class.
were to test your humility. It appears you have become well versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us.
No, he wasn't.
What an ordeal.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech?
I refined my conduct with some instructions in the classic country of a dear friend.
Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Could this be? Gebratnes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such a dish. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime, I shall partake. Ah, yes, this aroma, just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour flavor.
Yeah, don't like this guy.
A delicacy that only us noblemen and women could appreciate.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request.
It seems as it was that the Lawrence family had a grand schemes of sorts.
Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret.
I'll send you my helping hand. I would like to do what I can for the nobility.
Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you.
Do they not know I'm honoring night? Like, I'm pretty sure it was pretty posted that with a Mondstadt. You'll be practically dumb to not realize, but sure.
Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself.
Where are we going?
To see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in restoring the Lawrence clan to its former glory.
The Fatui, I'm assuming?
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
I think we need to be careful. Perhaps this is what the old aristocrats see as most important.
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything in due course.
Maybe we shouldn't talk out loud Paimon too. I know you're whispering, but like, if you're getting easy, you whispers.
Friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Love chat. Number 3, treacherous chat. Only a true skill with both of maintaining luxury items in circles like this. Yeah, like he was just sitting at the shelf, literally looking at what trees. Well, there's a good deal of trees too. I fell down. I could see it for 2 weeks or something like that. That's a lot of time. Oh, but like, you said it was high. I'm so confused on where we're going. Oh, we're down here. Look at my man, circles. Oh, there's a dungeon here. I feel like an idiot. Oh, right. We can play as you because you can't with us. I don't know why we were coming out of the trail.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden?
I don't wish to be seen by any stranger. It's only appropriate for us to wear a mask.
Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt. And therefore, we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
Yeah, he's an idiot and annoying. I can't wait till we expose all your things and all wrongdoings and get punched in your face personally for what you're doing to me. Yeah, it's most likely gonna be the tutorial or whatever. I'm gonna tweet it because that's bursting out another thing that take like probably another 15, 30 minutes give or take, I don't know. So yeah. I've really just this quest is getting like I hate it, restaurants and like animated stuff, so it's just really annoying to do. But yeah, maybe I'll see you in a couple seconds, and the last stream I'll see you in like 5 minutes, give or take. Okay. Yeah, my turn. Okay.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest.
Wait, does Paimon have a mask? Like,
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and
is this the
does not
same
suit the
place
tastes
we had
of
that
nobility,
whole like thingy
we
before?
simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Jayla and Boris.
Hold it right there. Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be held accountable by the Lawrence clan.
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this. Make way.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
Don't wander about if you don't have business being here.
You can't talk this guy, you don't talk that guy.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye.
No, because you're
Such
powerful,
glory
because
will
you have
return to
powerful
me
backing,
again
because you have
before
powerful
long.
underlings.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active in Mondstadt recently.
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must treat them with the proper mutual respect. The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about this thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt possible? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like dogs. You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend. You've offended their honor.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's going on here.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn? Everything's so squiggly and crooked. And what is this shape supposed to be?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to carefully draw this map by hand myself. That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crude, but I can make do. Are you able to verify that this is all reliable information?
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the details. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequences, you know.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one else will know of it. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan. Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly. That is all. For now.
Very well.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
No need your appearances. Jig is up.
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion Paimon! We're here to crush your evil schemes into dust!
And but finally, and brave. I think they got the message, Paimon.
So this was all just a ploy to deceive me!
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their manners?
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
You just gotta look at
Just as
that.
I expected. I knew I should have never trusted these foolish aristocrats. No matter, we already have the intel we need. Get them!
Why did we just leave the other guy? The other guy is nowhere to go but the Lawrence clan, which would mean we can easily get him at any time. Oh, you though.
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my own!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place is crawling with Fatui. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
It was all worth it. Things progressed much faster than we anticipated.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. And I thought you despised such pleasantries. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught to outsiders.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family and ruined my plans. It's all for naught now.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do. As a Knight of Favonius, I could not overlook your actions.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you are a member of the Lawrence clan. You should strive to restore your family's glory. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonius here, and leave with me. Then I shall plead with the family to spare you, and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of Favonius?
I shall say this one last time. You are not a Knight of Favonius. You are a descendant of the Lawrence clan. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will of the family.
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you unruly maid!
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt and threatened its safety. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant pursuit of it. But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious monster emerge from our own family?
Things are starting to get pretty.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight and I have other matters to attend to. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
The three-armed section of a diagram once has defenses through a plan something terrible.
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out key information about Mondstadt.
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. So stubborn. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine. Let's discuss this later. Our first priority is recovering that diagram.
Yeah, for some reason we decided to let the guy with the diagram literally go. Like, we didn't recover it. We had it. We let the guy go though. Oh, he has no shoes now. Let's go. Oh, well, actually, I'm gonna share that.
May I present?
That's right, the hill. It heals the others, I think, but it doesn't like heals.
Eye for an eye. How brilliant!
I condemn you!
What an annoyance.
Let the world collide!
Into the shadows.
Finally, so quiet.
Hunt them down.
That seemed to work.
So.
Eye for an eye.
This is trouble.
Shudder. More speed. Rack and ruin.
You can't run. Well, neither can I.
Crush.
Killjoy. I've only just begun. Miscalculated. What's the body needs? You need to hurry up.
Shudder.
Ready.
Roast raw. You need to hurry up.
Time to testify.
This was an unfortunate fault.
Into the shadows.
Let's end this quickly.
More speed. Beg for mercy.
I will end you.
Flood of frost. Crush.
Why is it so long?
Time to shine!
You don't have to be this long either.
Beg for mercy.
Genshin!
Ready. Hunt them down.
This is bad.
Yeah, crush.
My work finished.
More speed. Shudder.
Oh, now it goes up.
More speed.
Then she waits till. Does I jump off up and then it goes off and that's how it works?
That's where they put the diagram!
This here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight! You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Just as it is when I quickly got to 52, I can't believe. That one.
Harden up. Take cover.
More speed.
Wait, is locked off to do my within one cage.
I must collect myself.
Crush.
I must counterattack.
Beg for mercy. Crush. Beg for mercy.
This is trouble.
Shudder. Freeze to the core. This must be it. They may very well have already made a copy of it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking the city.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on your uncle.
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, they could have spared themselves the trouble. The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone.
Right, that's what I was thinking about, would be get put in the cart before the horse.
Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
By the way, why did you follow us here?
Oh yeah! You suddenly appeared at just the right moment!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier.
You
I
thought you
came to
did
exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
So getting Deborah and one side defense was your way of getting, obviously, I think vengeance gets way even now, right?
Finally! After all this time, Paimon understands what you're saying! In reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack for scheming. And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey! What do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Just you wait. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Does that make us your arch enemies?
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well, see you around.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
Ah, we completed it. This is 2, 5. 29. Oh, if you enjoy the video, because that will be all. That's your story quest anyway. Do I do another story quest? Or do I start another story quest? Decisions. This video will be good for like story quest wise. As long as first get 20, so then I get. That's 2 hours for the so that should be on fine. Main cars way. Yeah, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll take quite a while. You know what, screw it, let's do Lynette's hangout event. The gang hangout. I'm assuming we go to the Fontaine. Oh, not that. I know it's only like 2 hours to take, so I probably won't finish today, but I'd at least start it. You know, I could finish it too. Really hard once I get into the story while I'm playing. Ah, cats. Is that Lynette with a little kitty? Meow.
Meow.
Oh, okay. What are you up to? Approach stealthily. Oh, see you later.
It's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode. You made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me.
Maybe you jumped barely. Maybe you made you jump barely. I didn't notice. Is someone out to kidnap you?
Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own
Get
making.
it? Kidnap? Huh.
Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, I waited for the right moment, then snuck away so I could switch to standby mode.
I see, so they sent someone to find you and bring you back. Why? But why?
Probably because I'm playing the lead role in the show.
The lead role?
Is that so surprising? I'm always getting invitations to do solo performances. I just usually get Linny to write back and turn them down. But then came the Fontanalia Film Festival. We took all the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film, and after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Even Linny was chanting along with them. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary who had sent me an invitation right around then. I'll spare you the details, but basically, I ended up accepting it.
Ah, okay. 1 sec. So this is the dramatic debut of the magician's puppet, huh?
Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show. So I don't have to do any facial expressions or say any lines. Literally just a series of physical movements. The director says it's a very avant-garde art form.
That does sound pretty avant-garde, but can you people understand the plot?
Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director says. Anyway, if nothing else, the opening performance seemed to go down well. At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, "Triumphant character portrayal, faithful adaptation of the original work, unequivocally, quintessentially avant-garde," and
Avant-garde,
stuff like that. But being the center of attention is draining. So the moment they left me to go harass the director instead, I was out of there.
For once, you weren't able to use Lily as a human shield.
The other thing is, some weird things happened while I was on the stage. Oh, sorry, Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. My bad.
I take it Bonnie's your pet cat?
No, we just met. We bumped into each other right after I slipped away.
And you've already named her?
Well, it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Besides, I think she's taken a liking to the name. Haven't you, Bonnie? Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon, I promise.
Oh no, not a stray cat then?
Nope. She's wearing a collar, and for the most part, she's pretty well groomed. If she is a stray, she hasn't been for long. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess she must have been missing for a few days now. As much as I'd love to hang out with her for a while longer, her owner's probably worried sick about her. Assuming she has an owner, that is. But the reception... I should probably show my face there again at some point, even if it's just to make excuses and leave again. Decision time.
Is this a tough decision for you?
Well, I just find it exhausting, thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices and so on. That's more Lenny's area than mine. So, unless it's something really important, I usually just leave the decision-making to him.
But for once, he's not here when you need him. That doesn't happen often.
It's fine. He got Fremine to make me a little something for just this situation. Poof! A phaetometer.
What's this?
It looks pretty over the top, I know. But it's essentially just a box of cards. He kept the design simple, so it'd be harder to break. The way it works is, I pick a card at random, then look at the number on the card.
And how does that help you make a decision? It's pretty like an 8-ball ball, right? Where you like shake it.
Well, for example, if the number on the card is 5 or higher, I help Bonnie find her owner. If it's less than 5, I go back to the reception.
Simple and straightforward.
I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards, and my fate will reveal itself to me in numerical form. At least, that's what Lenny said. Anyway, I guess I'll give you a demonstration.
As an draw a card,
I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just...
Then it smacks the card box all about.
Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know.
I feel like maybe this wasn't a design issue.
Let's see... Which card did I get?
So that means not helping Bonnie.
Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. Also something Lenny said. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate, then that means it must be the wrong answer.
I think what they really meant is sometimes you have to accept the answer you didn't want.
Or why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here, that means our fates are like interfering with each other.
You should leave the razzle dazzle to Linnea, so alright, I'll pick up another card for you.
Thank you. This one is final, I promise. Here, take the fateometer. If it's 5 or above, that means fate successfully changed. Anything lower than 5 is a fail. Also, if you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it.
We're gonna
Now
get
that I've
10
got a good
watch.
problem solver here to help, I don't need to run every little thing by fate.
Okay, these are the options.
Alright. Then let's see where fate will lead me.
Line check. 10 12. Check success. Wait, it goes way higher than 10.
So we're looking for Bonnie's owner?
I have to ask about this deck of cards.
There's 20 cards in total, numbered 1 to 20. So there's only a 1 in 5 chance of drawing less than a 5. I should also mention, this time the cutoff was 5, but I just set that to wherever I feel like.
Well, you really don't want to go back to the reception party.
To put it in perspective, I said I'd only do the show if I drew a 1. Fate can be pretty sneaky sometimes.
So how do you plan to find Bonnie's owner?
I think I'll go to the Steambird and see about putting an ad in the paper. You wanna come along? I think Bonnie wants you to come with.
Sure, if it means I get to hang out with you for a bit longer.
Every stupendous day starts with a Steambird. Oh, hi Lynette. Hi Traveler. What can I help you with?
We wanted to ask about the latest tales of humanity's column. Any commission in there about a missing cat?
I don't think so. Have you picked up a stray?
Yep. If there's no commission to follow up on, could we post a notice about the missing cat instead?
Why, of course. What a kind thing to do. Just fill out the form.
Well, we've registered you as missing. You can stay at my place until your owner finds you. Also, I just wanted to say thanks for keeping us company for so long. Well, I should probably head back to the drinks reception. Hopefully most of the people have left by now. If you've got some time, you should stop by my place tomorrow to see Bonnie.
Looking forward to it.
There's a nice cup of tea in it for you.
I'll be there.
Alright, see you then.
As I said, the quest ended at 7:09. It's 7, so it'll be like this. Oh. It's my reputation, actually, isn't it? Okay. So what do I get for having this up high? Simply from oh, the wings are cool though. And you'll get whoever was that. I guess it's good for if like free to play players just get what free weapon if you're also good at making weapons.
I believe this cat belongs to me.
I already told you, this isn't your cat.
Just take a breather, you two.
What's going on?
Oh, you're here. As you can probably see, you'll have to take a rain check on that tea I promised you. At least for now.
This is my friend's cat. He's preoccupied with some important business, so I came to retrieve her in his stead.
No. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society.
Passive checks are especially type of checks that need not to be actually treated, but instead will occasionally trigger as at specific time to pass. You'll find some hidden information such as irregular in the person's attitude or a certain it seems a bit unnatural. Seems like he could be hiding something. His gaze keeps gyrating, drifting off the sides like he's trying to not draw attention to himself. How about we let Bonnie decide?
Bonnie?
That's the name I've given her in the meantime.
And all handling, let's see who's Bonnie's decision to approach. Hello. Don't know if you can actually fail or not, but you against the way through your legs.
This complicates things.
It seems she quite likes me. This is no way to tell who's the owner.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust me.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? We've got so many strays, dogs, cats, you name it. I'm not even the one feeding them most of the time. You can hardly expect the cat to recognize me.
And how are you so sure she belongs to you?
She just looked somewhat familiar, so I came to check, just in case. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as that. Even if that's not the case, the Humane Society could still take her in, if no one else comes to claim her, that is.
What's the Humane Society?
We're an organization that specializes in rescuing and sheltering stray animals. We've been in business for several decades now. I'm Bernard, the current director.
The Humane Society. Huh. The name sounds familiar. I remember hearing good things. Near the one in the Quartier Lyonnais?
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it's not too much trouble, could I possibly take a closer look at the cat? If it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that means the cat belongs to this lady here. She would be the only remaining option after all.
It belongs to my friend.
With us here to keep watch should be fine.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but there's an ever so slight difference in this one's fur color. Deepest apologies, friends. Well, I suppose this means I still have a missing cat to search for. Apologies again for the confusion.
So is this your friend's cat?
Yes, exactly.
Wait a second. You lied earlier, didn't you?
Lied? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern, the way they hold themselves. The things that can give you away are often more numerous than you would think.
What are you talking about? The way I see it, you're conflating baseless conjecture with fact.
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. But your breathing pattern hasn't changed one bit. In fact, it's been strangely calm and measured this entire time. It stands to reason, then, that your agitated behavior earlier was all an act. If you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get. If you're a good guy, the most likely explanation is that you're a member of the Guards, or some similar organization.
And you're basing this off of?
Intuition. Nothing more.
Intuition. Well, I have to hand it to you, Lynette. You're right. I'm a member of the Guards. The name's Elodie. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. This cat here... Bonnie, what's her name? Well, her owner is one of the prime suspects of our investigation. A couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that we were on his tail and fled. That's most likely how he got separated from the cat. I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd come back for her. But... it looks like I overestimated him.
If I were on the run, I don't think I'd come back either.
The impact of this case has been huge. The Marechaussee Phantom, the Guards, and the Special Patrol have all launched investigations. If there was even the slightest chance that he would show himself, I had to follow up on the lead.
So what's being smuggled?
A new kind of illegal drug. Imitation synth.
What, you're just like telling this to anyone? I know like we're for that, but like you're also in the open where anyone can hear it. You're like, yes, this is a crime, but it's very serious, we're gonna hear in the open.
We confiscated all the synth on the market, but addiction isn't something that goes away overnight. Even without substances on the market, people are still looking for a way to get their next fix. And criminals are all too eager to capitalize on that addiction. That was the impetus for imitation synth. Needless to say, a small-scale market opened up very quickly. After the original synth debacle, we put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. The perpetrators got smart, though, and shifted their sales overseas before those measures could kick in. That's when the imitation synth smuggling began. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down evidence of some early transactions. What we were able to find out, however, hasn't proven that useful given the amount of time that has passed. The Marechaussee Phantom launched an investigation to track down every person in Fontaine capable of producing a drug like that. That's how we learned about Bonnie's owner.
Who is he exactly?
He's a researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. His name is Pierre. Pierre Lafayette, to be exact.
Lafayette.
That expression seems a bit unnatural. A slight look of dread just crossed its face. Strange, she uses schools expression with maniacal presence.
The Marechaussee Phantom found him in Poisson. In addition to the cat, he also had a pendant with him.
Okay.
At first, there wasn't much cause for suspicion. A search of his house didn't reveal much to go off of either. The Marechaussee Phantom very nearly left it at that. It was only later that we realized the coat of arms on his pendant belonged to none other than the Lafayette family, one of the most infamous aristocratic families in Fontaine. Obviously, this discovery prompted a further investigation into Pierre. At that point, however, we discovered that he'd already fled. Now the Guards and the Special Patrol are all searching for him.
Could his family be hiding him?
That's not possible, actually. The Lafayette family has been gone for a long time.
Exactly. Many years ago, several important members of the family, including the Patriarch, were murdered by an assassin of unknown origin. From that point on, the family's power and influence took quite the hit. The family is engaged in all manner of crimes. As you can imagine, there's no shortage of people waiting in the wings to take their revenge. And with the family severely weakened, they were able to do just that. Most of the remaining family members succumbed to sickness or hunger. The ones that survived are currently living out their days under a new identity. Pierre is one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. His true identity unbeknownst to all. Until now, that is.
Is it really okay to share all this information with us? That's what I'm saying.
Well, My fellow guards have told me all about how smart and courageous you both are. And I know you possess a strong sense of justice. There could be a
Not
chance that
really.
Pierre, or one of his accomplices, might attempt to get close to Bonnie. Now that you've been briefed on the situation, I was hoping you'd help us keep a lookout. If I take Bonnie back to the guards with me, there's no way Pierre will try and come for her. Not even the most daring of criminals would attempt something like that.
So we should keep playing with us for the time being.
I have to admit, I'm not holding out too much hope that Pierre will come back for her. But if there's even the slightest chance, then it's worth a shot. Well, I've got some other leads to follow up on. If Pierre does appear, please contact me right away.
What's wrong? You don't look so good.
It's nothing. I'm fine. It's just the head of the Lefebvre family. He was the eminent person who kidnapped me all those years ago. It was at a dinner party. Someone tricked me into boarding the Lefebvre family carriage. Whoever it was, they took me back to their home. But before anything worse could happen, Father intervened.
So that's what happened. That's then the assassination Eddie mentioned.
Yep. Father was the one who orchestrated the fall of the Lefebvre family. That's what led Lenny and I to join the House of the Hearth. After all these years. I never thought I'd hear the Lefebvre name again.
Are you okay?
Don't worry about me. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I was just thinking about Lenny. He's been acting strange recently. He avoids me for days on end, consumes himself with some secret investigation, and then out of the blue pushes me to do that acting job. Thinking about it now, it's almost like the one I drew from that deck of cards was part of his plan all along. He must have asked Fremine to help him out. In any case, I know he's hiding something from me. He's really pulled out all the stops this time.
Maybe just throwing stuff here. He's also investigating the fact that Levere family because of the past. You think he knows about that?
It's very possible. I'm sure he tried to send me away because he was afraid it would bring up some painful memories for me. It wasn't necessary, though. Even after all these years, he's still as overprotective as ever. You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run into him along the way. Yep.
Oh, wait, what does
I want to head to the Fontaine Research Institute to learn more information about Pierre. Just let me activate search mode, and then we'll head out. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into Lenny along the way.
I said, along the way, are we going somewhere? Oh, wait. Are you trying to help out Lenny with his investigation, or are you just trying to prove yourself?
A little bit of both, perhaps. For the most part, though, I just have the sense that something's not right. Something isn't adding up about Pierre's story. I'm just not sure what.
I also want to know what secrets he's hiding. Sometimes you're just got to take the bull by the horns, right? Meow. I'm not doing it again.
Okay, I'll write a letter explaining everything to the crew. Once that's done, we can head out.
Because I don't know whether to like keep doing this or like keep doing this event for now, or you know. Okay, before I do anything, I just want to check this. Okay, it's also an bad. Okay, sick. Just want to do a little checking.
We have put in.
It's really just one like I don't know how. I say every like 20 minutes. I think every 20 minutes is 20 coins. Well, every minute is 1 coin. That's like an hour probably. Like not an hour, longer than an hour, but an hour 20. Hour like 40 minutes. to get. Anyway, if you guys want to keep doing that, it's simply because like I need to finish my battle pass. Actually, ready for that? My battle pass is finished completely, which will be just. Wait, I will continue this thing tomorrow. So for you, it will be a bit more time and whatnot. For me, it will be literally done. For me, it will be tomorrow, like hours. Anyway, enjoy the video. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the video, but for now I'm gonna go and you get to see me in a couple seconds or whatnot. And that's for the live stream. Oh, I don't know if that's the live stream. Friends, emo animation. That's the live stream. See you guys next time.